largest payouts on the planet.
In Los Angeles, we've got the Queens of Poker, and there's no limit as to what can happen. It's Ladies' Night, tonight on the World Poker Tour.
Did you know it's going to be interesting to play at a table with 5 other women?
It can be a little tricky with that female bitchiness at the table.
I think it's going to be like a cat fight.
Whoop, Lady Luck has left the table.
I am confident that I'm going to win. I am taking it down.
6 players, only 1 winner. Poker will crown a new queen tonight on the World Poker Tour.
Hi, everyone, and welcome to the World Poker Tour. I'm Mike Sexton, along with Vince Van Patten, and we're at the Bicycle Casino in Los Angeles, California, for one of the most exciting and popular events on the World Poker Tour. It's Ladies' Night.
That is right, Mike. We are back in action with the Queens of Poker, ready to do battle for this prestigious title. We are in L.A. for the ultimate cat fight, and I'll tell you something. You know, if you look back, Ladies' Night, if you win this title, you move on to becoming a poker hero. All the players will be starting with $250,000 in chips, and the winner will not only take this very prestigious title, but will also win that $25,000 guaranteed seat at the WPT Championships at the end of the season, and that could be worth millions more.
Well, Vince, we're going to have an exciting night. We've got a brand new set, some of the best women players from the last WPT season, a ladies' title on the line. This is going to be fun. Let's go down to the Phelps. So here we go, Ladies' Night 4 at the Bicycle Casino, about to get underway.
Let's talk about the structure here a little bit. The antes, each lady will put up $1,000 each, and the blinds are going to be $3,000 and $6,000.
Here we go, action on Vanessa Russo. Well, Vanessa looks down at a 10 deuce and folds.
And now it is on Anna Heat Galasian. She has picked up the weapons of mass destruction on the very first hand, a pair of aces.
Just incredible. It's what you dream about.
Raise.
Now the question is, how do you play them? She is going to raise it. See how much she's going to bet.
18,000.
Well, she's going to bet 18,000.
It's a raise of $12,000. And now Erica Schoenberg right next also has a wired pair of threes, though.
Well, anytime you have a wired pair, even if it's a small pair, you like to see a flop in hopes of flopping that set where you can bust somebody. Erica making the call here with the 2 threes.
Yes, she has. Now the poker mom. Kelly Griggs had to qualify to get in. She's got king 8 of clubs.
Well, she's on the button in position, but just going to sit back and watch.
She's out. Jennifer goes out. And JJ Liu in the big blind has ace-5.
Well, there's over 50,000 in the pot already. Going to cost her 12,000 more to call to see a flop. Getting good pot odds here, as we say. JJ knows that. And she's going to make the call.
Oh, the gals are gambling at the Bicycle Casino. Hand 1.
Here we go. A 3-way action on deal number 1. Comes that flop. Well, it's 6-4-4. Action's on JJ.
Nothing materializing there for JJ. She checks it.
Well, Anna Heat, of course, having the 2 aces. This would be a good flop for her, in that you're just not going to put an opponent on a 4 who called a raise before the flop. So you've got to think your 2 aces are good here.
Yep, and she's taking her time. She's one of the high-stake cash players here in Los Angeles. Well, there she comes out with a bet of 25 grand to Erica. It's tempting because you got your wired threes, a couple running straight potentials perhaps.
Well,
tough to get away from this hand, you would think.
Well, a number of players would do different things here. Some might fold, some might call, and some might re-raise. Erica faced with a tough decision. She's going to make the call, Vince.
Yep. JJ goes out.
So 2 players left. Both have a pair in their hand. Anna Heat, of course, with the 2 aces.
Here we go with a turn card. It's an 8 of spades. No help to either player. Action's going to be right back on Anna Heat.
Now, even though there's a 3-card potential straight on the board, you're not going to assume your opponent had a 5-7 and came in before the flop for a raise of 18,000 on the first hand.
Anna Heat is going to check out Erica one more time. It's a stare contest here. Doesn't want to make a bad move on the first play.
Well, notice they're not laughing and giggling here, Vince. This is serious business for these women.
60.
60,000.
She's coming out with another $60,000 bet. She's putting the heat on Erica Schoenberg.
Well, she certainly is. Erica faced with a tough decision as to what to do right now. Well, she's going to lay her hand down, Vance, but
Yep.
she winged those cards in pretty good. You can see she's not a happy camper right now. She looks like an intense competitor. You can see that just by looking at her here. Not happy to give that hand up. She's going to be happy to find out later that Anna Heat had 2 aces on this deal.
Look at Anna Heat, though. You talk about happiness. The former financial analyst for Walt Disney Studios takes the first pot. And I'll tell you something. She might have worked for Disney Studios, but she's not going to Mickey Mouse around here tonight.
When I first started playing poker, I was a little intimidated when I gave this guy a bad beat. He gave me a dirty look and said, "How could you chase me to the river with that hand?" I was so embarrassed. I didn't know what to do. But now, I don't feel embarrassed when I give somebody a bad beat. I'm glad I gave him a bad beat. If you can't handle it, get out of the kitchen.
Well, the cat fight is underway here at the Bicycle Casino. First hand going to Anna Heat Galatian.
Well, action's going to be on the defending champion, Jennifer Tilly.
The movie star goes out with 8-5 this time. J.J. Lew looking down at an awful 6 deuce. Can't play it.